Welcome back, guys. Talkmen Tuesday. As you can clearly tell, I have a short attention span because I clicked record and I was like, "Oh, snap! It's recording." It's so usual. And he's back at it again. The Talkmen recording on a normal time. We both answered our text instant messages. Instant messages. Huh.
Yeah, sometimes what happens is we don't Skype doesn't let us see the other person's message, and so we're both just sitting at our computer, just like, all right, all right, all right. And then sometimes we have to push it to Tuesday when we're both ready on a Monday. So we found our way around it. Sent multiple messages.
With that being said, roll the intro. Welcome back. I think that was really good. We timed it perfectly.
Yeah,
20
as
seconds.
always. It's what professionals do. They got their timing down.
Unless you go to our YouTube channel, then.
How's your week going? Or how was your most recent week?
I gotta get this off my chest.
Uh-oh.
Dun 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 dun. Guys, if somebody calls you sounding very urgent, and especially if you're at your workplace, probably working at restaurant, grocery store, retail. You're working in retail, right? Somebody calls you and says, manager told me to call you and tell you to write things down or whatnot, saying it's very urgent. And then all of a sudden, this is a red flag, okay? If they ask for a payment, credit card, or anything, red flag.
Did you get scammed?
Not give up. Yeah, no. Somebody just came in and somebody got scammed, and they tried to cancel it once they realized it was a scam. He works at a restaurant, I believe. He's probably like the assistant of the manager or whatnot. He got called saying he's a friend of a manager, that they need to make a payment as soon as possible. Probably was a lot more entailed, but basically he came in, did a wire transfer to an account, and then once he got in contact with the manager, he's like, "No, I didn't ask for a payment or anything." He's like, "What do you mean you didn't ask for a payment? I just wired $400 to an account. I don't know where it was to, probably Mexico." But once he realized that, that's when he realized he got scammed. So he came back, tried to cancel it, and it's like, dude, it's to an account. If it's an account, it's like 15, 20 minutes, and it's done. You can't get it back. Now you know.
Yeah.
So, and rat.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you get called by people. Try to contact that friend or that individual first. Don't just take their word for it. And they'll always say that there's like a time crunch on it. That's just to get you to make a quick decision. And most people will help, like just innately help somebody out, especially if they know them.
mm-hmm.
But take the time. Try to contact the person who they say that they know.
Yeah. I think they tried to do it here before too. And like I wrote down their information and everything because like I'm busy and I don't really think about it. And then once they asked for a payment, I'm like, that's a red flag. So I automatically call my sister up. It's like, and she answers. I'm like, they pretend they're on the phone with that person. And I'm like, why don't they just call me directly?
Yeah.
So I just called my sister, and she was like, I asked her, are you on the phone with anybody right now? She's like, no. And like that's all I needed to know. I was like, okay, this guy is saying he's on the phone with you, and he's asking for money. That's the red flag. Asking for money. Who you don't know.
Yeah.
Even if it's to a doctor's appointment, I'm like, I'm still iffy.
This could really go either way right now.
He's like, you could call us back if you want to be like more secure. I'm like, I just might do that. But yeah, I think I've told a story about the guy who got scammed $2,000, right? and I saved them $2,000. Basically, this guy went into a website you weren't supposed to go into. Probably tried to hire a prostitute.
Oh.
And so, and so he got in contact with supposedly the U.S. government was trying to sue him or file charges against him. I have no idea how that would work, but
Yeah.
there
What?
was two people into this scam. The U.S. government pretending to be this government. This is not the U.S. government by no means.
We are a pro U.S. government podcast.
Yes, we love the government. Okay, and so they were gonna sue him, and so uh, a lawyer somehow came into the picture and was like, "I got you covered. Just pay me this amount of money, and I can make it go away." And so he did, and then they asked for $2,000 more. And so that's when the guy started getting questionable. It's like must be something I can do because or else they're just gonna ask for more and more.
Yeah.
And so he went to the cops. He was like, "Nobody spoke Spanish there." Like, you're in Champaign, Illinois, Urbana. And so he asked like what recommendations of like what he should do. I'm like, what do they have on you? Like, what did you do? And he's like, well, I might have tried to order like gone to like dumb websites or whatnot. He didn't really tell me that, but I kind of put the dots together of like what
Yeah.
they were threatening him with, and like if you're this scared, you must have done like at least not this bad, but probably try to do it. And
Yeah.
so got his number.
You
I
went to a
told him,
pretty
dude.
bad website.
He was trying to get a quick store. He got a quick scam.
Hey,
But he was like sweating. He was like worried for his life because they threatened his life. They're like, I see you're at the store right now. And I'm like, dude, they're not here. Like, they're BSing you.
yeah.
So, my sister actually came into the store when this was all happening. Was like, I didn't tell her about the story. But all I did was tell the guy to tell my sister the story. And I'm like, she's going to tell you the exact same thing. He's like, you're getting scammed. They have nothing on you. And so what she did was, I'm like, call him back. Like, text him back. Like, they got nothing on you. Like, do the same thing that they're doing to you. Like, threaten them. And then once you start threatening them and not taking them seriously, they stop
Backed off.
and move on
Yeah.
to the next person.
Because they'll only keep harassing you if they think that they can keep getting more stuff out of you. As soon as you start like pushing back, like they'll push back a tiny bit, but it's like there are other people out there that they can try to get. So that wasn't as satisfying as your cans when they go. Shh. What is that? Like an
Coconut milk
orange
drink.
smoothie?
It's like trending. It's
Ah.
coconut milk with actual coconut pieces. It's very popular nowadays. I don't know why, but
Interesting.
a lot of people are liking it.
I've got so I drink a lot of LaCroix, so like the sparkling seltzer waters. And so one of the gifts that we got, that Candace and I got at our one of the bridal showers for her was it's like a make your own like soda machine, but like you put water in it and then you put water in this container, then you hook the container up to the machine, and it puts like bubbles into the water, and so it makes sparkling water. And we have like different flavorings and stuff like that. So basically, I'm making my own LaCroix, and so gonna be saving a lot of money instead of having to continuously just buy 6-pack after 6-pack of LaCroix.
See, you drink LaCroix it makes me want to drink LaCroix, especially with all the hype behind LaCroix.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I don't to the commercials of bubbly.
There's like every morning there's a commercial of bubbly, and it just puts me in a good mood because it's like it's happy music in the background. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but
Mostly for me, it's the actor. How I remember. I don't know his name, but
Michael Bublé.
Yep. Probably. Yeah. Oh. Remember how how you told me about the story about Call Her Daddy?
Yeah.
I went on YouTube and looked up the whole situation explained. It was half an hour explained. Right.
Was my explanation, did it do it justice?
Yeah, honestly, I
Heck
listened
yeah.
to the whole half an hour thing, and you summed it up real nice in like 2 minutes.
But you see, we don't get the
2
ad
minutes a
revenue
lot.
for that. I need to learn how to this storytelling. So there they were, two girls. One girl had blonde hair. Like you could just drag on so many random details. But
30 minutes. She had probably 4 ads in that 30-minute clip.
oh
Like,
yeah,
damn.
oh yeah.
They're making. They said they're making more than 6 figures for that podcast. What? they went up so quick too.
Oh
What?
yeah, it was ridiculous how fast
Car
they just rose.
Car Daddy is what 2-3 years max for,
Absolute max. Absolute max.
and yeah, that's. I wonder if Sophia's ever gonna come out with like a new podcast or not. But
I don't know. I feel like
I
she's
do
kind
want
of just like got a bad rep now. She kind of like tainted her own name.
it. Like the thing is, she wasn't even the main one. That's the
Oh,
bad part.
yeah.
So,
I just think it's funny that
oh,
how they started. It was like, well, I was unemployed. I was between jobs, and I just asked my friend, "Hey, do you want to start a podcast?" It's like, and then look at them now. Dang.
she was actually also trying to like go through the whole vlogging thing, like trying to make it on YouTube. And
Mm-hmm.
El Presidente caught wind of them and decided to sign him. That's interesting too.
Hey, El
But
Prez, what's up? My name's Sawyer. This is Angel.
Ooh, would you sign to a company or would you go solo?
I am committed to my current work relationship that I have right now. My current employer treats me very well.
Because I'm like, the only reason you would sign would be to like get the money up front and basically like a loan because you're gonna be working for it. Like when
I mean,
artists
it's just a
sign,
job. Yeah. I mean, you sign your contract for X amount of years, probably agreed to do X amount of episodes a week. I mean, I feel like me personally, like I would go for the company, like sign a deal like that rather than go on your own. I feel like there's more crazy upside depending on like how the solo aspect of it all, because kind of you can make your own things and do your own deals with different advertisers, whereas if you go with an organization, they kind of usually already have those things set out already.
mm,
um, but I mean, it's just so much more risky too, because like what if your podcast stops gaining traction and you didn't
mm,
sign with an organization, then it's like you kind of lost it. But if your podcast starts doing poor, but you're still signed, you still can just write out the contract with it and still get paid. So,
mm. I feel like the longer you wait out on one, the more you get quote unquote paid.
yeah, I mean, if you keep producing at high levels,
Correct. Kind of like what Joe Rogan did. He waited it out and then went
Spotify.
exclusively to Spotify. $100 million for exclusive rights to
He knows his
Spotify.
worth, and it worked.
And clearly he did make that much amount of money according to the stocks. Like
Yeah.
that that was smart on both their ends, and you're like he was worth that money. Bam. Yeah.
Oh, this is random stock news for
Mm.
you. For those of you listeners who are interested in buying stocks, apparently news is like different video game companies are going to be like they are or they already have or are going to be releasing their earnings soon. And they're expecting everybody to just like have a massive earnings just because during quarantine people have been buying video games and playing video games. And so one of the big video games, Call of Duty, is run by Activision, and they're expecting Activision to like just blow up even more so than they already have. So if you have extra funds lying around and you want to have a quick little buck potentially, go to the stock market and go video game route.
What's your thought process on the stock market? I love how what is it? Mid-20-year-olds hang out for a bachelor party. The first question when we all get together was, "So, what do you guys think this house is worth?"
Hey, it brought up a very good subject. We were all curious.
So, what's your thought process when buying a stock?
I am a chicken when it comes to buying a stock that costs a lot of money. So I only buy ones that are like cheap. And so I'll buy penny stocks.
What is cheap and what is a lot?
For me, I mean, it just is a case by case scenario for the person. For me, if something's over $1 for like one stock, like one share, I'm like I have to think about it a little bit. But some of the ones that I've had, so I had one stock that was 30 cents when I bought it, and I bought two shares, and I sold it. It was $11. Like it just randomly went up like crazy, and so I'm like, I'm out. And so I try to just do ones that fluctuate, maybe like 25, 30 cents max. Just because I'm scared. Because if like I buy something for $75 a share and it goes down, like you just lose money a lot quicker, I feel.
I remember listening to the audio podcast about the intelligent investor, and a lot of his were like, do your homework on the company and you're in it for the long haul. Like, don't try to make it a quick buck.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly it's the complete opposite of mine. Just because I like to have that instant gratification with it. I mean, unless it is like if I buy a stock that's like $2.50 or something, which is more than my normal amount, then I'll ride that out. Like the most expensive one that I have right now is Penn National, which is the company that owns Barstool Sports. And so I think I bought it for 20. Like I bought one share for $20, and it's at like 36 or something right now. And so when I'm assuming when sports get back and like start going crazy again, they're gonna get higher. And so I took them when they were at a low piece.
I actually have the only money I have in the stock market is the free stocks I got from like sign up to Robinhood. That's it. And
one of mine, I got invited to the shareholders meeting, and so hence I owned a stock for them. So I'm technically a shareholder, and so I got to vote on like keeping people's positions and whatnot. So like my vote probably means absolutely nothing, but I still voted.
Right now, my investment choices, I feel like this is gonna sound silly, with sports cards.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your investment right there. You don't need to like keep spreading yourself across so many things. I mean, you're going deep in one area, which is awesome.
I don't know why, but I want to look into the history of like the great, the Roaring Twenties, of like how did it all go back? Because right now we're going through a great time, and that makes me nervous. History tends to repeat itself.
Yep. You just hope that you're on the right side of it and you get out when it's still good.
That's the thing. Like sports cards. They're going crazy. You know the one I sold for $1,000 back in February? We did the same thing last week. Okay, last week. Do you remember what it was last week?
Was it like 6,400 or something?
Was it?
I don't know. It was some crazy number, and you were getting sad. And I said, "But hey, you still made a profit, so don't be sad."
Don't be sad. Let's see. I think it was like 4. But right now, what's it
It's
going?
$82,000.
Is it really?
No. Can you imagine that? Then you would have the right to be sad.
Let's see. Darn it, I can't. I don't know why. Oh, I'm on the. Okay, Giannis, rookie. Ooh, one thing I did learn on the Call Her Daddy
Dottie,
podcast.
call her Dottie.
Call Her Dottie. They record for an insane amount of time, and she edits for a long time to get that 45-minute piece. Okay, I think probably last week it was let's say July 28th, was it? Around there, right?
Last week would have been, yeah, July 28th ish.
27,
That was the
28.
Tuesday.
It was going around 48, 46. Yep, 48, 46, 49. 4,500 to 5,000. This week, they're going for, oh my goodness. You
Uh-oh.
don't know.
Uh-oh.
The best offer, oh, buy it now. Oh, snap. Auction. 67,
Oh, God.
6,700, 6,500. Oh.
Oh.
One raw card. Raw, which means it's ungraded.
Ungraded.
Yeah. And right now, if they're selling for these prices, you basically gotta pay for how much you think it's worth. And it's probably like anywhere from like 100 to like I don't know, insurance costs, but yeah. 100 to like three, four, $500 to get a card graded if you think it's gonna be worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if it's like a simple one in the early days, it's like 12, $10. Insurance reasons, because it gets lost in the mail. Yeah.
Could you imagine you get a card graded and it gets lost in the mail on its way back, and you find out it was like a 9.5 or a 10?
That's what happened to somebody with a Pokemon, a big YouTuber with Pokemon cards. He got like a Charizard Holo, which is the holy grail of Pokemon cards. Probably he said it was like $100,000 card. Got it right off the pack, so it's pristine. Like yeah. He got it right off the pack. It looked really good, and it got lost in the mail.
Could you imagine that? Like, what do you do? What do you do at that point? Like, because the postal service isn't gonna give you $100,000 for that.
And technically, it wasn't worth that much because it wasn't graded. So it was raw. So that's like,
I wouldn't mail that somewhere. I would drive my car somewhere to get it graded.
and that was during the beginnings of the pandemic. So like, I think
Oh,
PSA or the company who grades them were closed for a temporary period of time. That's when California was like anything non-essential is closed. So he was like, I was honestly thinking about flying there, dropping it off myself.
honestly,
Yeah.
you should have. If I mean, you know how much that card is worth.
He was a lawyer before he was a YouTuber, so he was like,
Oh,
yeah,
so he's
I'm
doing
hitting
pretty
up.
good.
He was hitting up. I don't know if it's politicians or like he was hitting up big people in the post office industry. Well, he has hopes that he's heard of these stories before that a package gets lost and then like a month or 2 months later it randomly shows up.
Man, I'd be crossing my fingers so hard for that.
Yes. Cars in general are coming back up. Mark Wahlberg, famous actor,
Marky Mark.
his kids are opening up a card shop business, and he put it on his Instagram story that um he was proud of his kids for starting up their own card shop, and I don't know, well, that's just like more evidence to like it's back in the culture. It's back
Yeah.
into like the kids are starting back up the um
The scene.
yep. Because I want to say kids are gonna drive it, and then once kids start getting into it, the adults are gonna be like, oh, yeah, the adults don't want to get more into it.
Hmm.
I got a Maradona, PSA 7 card for you wouldn't want to know.
For what? What did you do this time?
For
And PSA seven,
$1,000.
PSA seven, like that's not that great of a PSA, right? So, what are you doing?
Uh, it's Maradona. He's like Michael Jordan. Yeah, he is the Michael Jordan of. Yeah, I want to say for soccer, he is the Michael Jordan, but even better, Michael Jordan was in the era where sports cards were like at the end of the peak of like when they went off, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when card companies were printing way too many for to meet the demand, rightfully
Mm-hmm.
so, because they were trying to make the most money, and so there were so many out there that they just lost their what do you say? They oversupplied, so the demand wasn't as high. So
Yeah.
there's too many Michael Jordan rookie cards out there for them to be more than I forgot what the price is, but
Yeah.
they don't
They
they
just
lost their
flooded the
value.
market like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, which that's basically what's gonna happen. It's for sure to happen this time around, but this is the beginning of it.
Yeah.
So, and I think they only have like, according to PSA, around 120 graded Maradona rookie cards, and the year is 1979. So I think new ones are coming in to pop off. The people who've collected them over the years in eBay. So, but yeah, I got
Hmm.
one. So I basically got one out of 150, less 120. And so when more people are back into the culture of cards, we're gonna see how that $1,000 works out. Like,
And I just finished talking about like a few minutes ago about how I don't like spending more than $1.
okay, well, I told you about the Messi card, right?
Mm-mm.
Lionel Messi, he's like the LeBron James of this era, living legend. 6 Ballon d'Oro is to the best player of. It's the MVP for soccer out of all the leagues. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like NBA, there's no other league that matches it. So NBA is clearly on top of the league. So this is like the Ballon d'Oro for everybody. Um, and yeah, he got 6 of them, never done before. And you want to know how much I got his PSA 9 for?
No.
This was last year. Last
No.
year.
No.
So guess.
If that one was a 7 and you paid $1,000 for it, what did you do this time for a 9 and a messy
Guess.
9?
Yeah, he's LeBron James. And guess how much the LeBron James rookie cards are going for?
$15,000.
And 2 years ago, I think even this year in January, they're around 2 to 3 grand. Last year, I think 2 3 years ago, they were like a grand each. Gary V ended up getting 50 LeBron rookies for $1,000 a piece. Uh, 14,000 profit times 50.
And what is that?
700. Hey. Definitely not profit. Oh, take 50K away from that. 650. 650 minus eBay fees, of course. But
God.
in a matter of 3 years. So
Oh my God.
he's going ham on buying legends of the NBA, which he said legends are underpriced. If the whole world gets back into sports cards, we're gonna want them back. So he's going hard on legends, and so that's why I went hard on soccer legends because Maradona's like, yeah, there's no competition. It's like soccer legends, no competition. Pele, Maradona, and I want to say there's a couple other ones, but they're not relevant in culture or as impactful as them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh, you wanna guess
Oh
the
yeah.
Messi?
$3,000.
Luckily, I didn't do that. I just did two.
Oh.
Guess how much
Only
the last one.
two.
Guess how much the last one sold on eBay though.
How much you sold on eBay? I'd
Uh,
say 2,700.
2,700. Oh baby. The last one, I think this past weekend, one was sold. It was. Let me check to make sure. Is it? It's like the. Oh no. Where'd it go? Stop hiding from me. Okay. 2004. Lionel Messi.
Wait, I'm gonna
Mega.
go fill up my water. So while you're doing this, do like an ad from our sponsors.
Um, our sponsors are Arizona Tea because we love their tea. What is up, guys? I'm currently looking up Lionel Messi, what they went for. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. So now that Sawyer is currently looking for his receiver. Guess how much a Lionel Messi would go for? I think they have like 150 cards. And Lionel Messi is the GOAT, by the way. Got it. Dun dun dun. Do you want to guess how much it sold for last weekend?
Me?
Yeah. Sorry, sorry.
I wasn't sure if you were still talking to them or. Yeah. My guess was 2,700.
Where'd it go? 14,099.
Holy crap!
If we got new, yeah, yeah.
Sell it. What are you doing?
No, no.
It's a 10K profit. Oh, 12K, I should say. Sorry.
My Lucas, they're like around 1K I think after eBay fees, they'll probably 1K profit.
You're gonna
Luca
ride it out
Panini,
though.
huh?
You're gonna ride Messi out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like as soon
PSA,
as he retires, it's gonna go crazy high too.
I basically wait, 14.99 was one of them. There's another one, another nine that sold a couple of days before that, which was like 12,877. But
Now,
still around that price range.
what's like an 8 selling for? Can you see what an 8 is? Like just how big of
Where
the drop off is from 14,000 for a 9.
uh an 8.5 from BGS is a 5,500, but PSA PSA A recently sold for 7,200. August 2nd, yesterday.
Oh my gosh. So a half a point drops it down like half of the price.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then I was looking at I hate it when like the price goes up because like this guy had three of the Maradona PSA 7, and since they're so old that I think there's only like 110, like 19 around 28, and then like 37s. So I was like, maybe I'll get a good price and try to like bargain him off, but then somebody else beat me to it, and I'm like, because I got one of his raws for like $300, and he, a freaking a LeBron raw, I think it's going for like 1,500. Don't quote me on that. I'm not
I'm
sure about
quoting you
that
on
one.
it. 100%.
Angels raw. So yeah, so that's that. I'm basically gonna write it out, and that's why I want to like look into the Roaring Twenties. So like I know when to pull out.
It's when you start getting way too confident. That's when you stop.
Because cards are so hot right now that people are looking into like Bull. Um, I want to say he's a rookie. You've heard of him, right?
I've
On
heard the name
Instagram,
before. Yeah.
really tall guy. His
Uh-huh.
dad's an NBA player. I'm not sure NBA legend, but he was really good. Um, and so
His first name is Bull and his last name is Bull, right?
I don't know.
It's like
I just know
something
it's
like that. Yeah.
Bull. it's for sure Bull Bull. I'm not sure if like that's his first full name or that's his first and last name.
Yeah, it's Bull Amanute Bull.
So his price went up from like $20 a card. They're all raw right now because nobody heard of them.
Nobody's gonna get it graded yet. You don't want to spend $300 to get something graded for a card that might only be worth.
Ooh, luckily for the newer cards, they're like $12 a pop. So, and if you get them like right off the bat, you basically have to like price it. Because right now PSA 10 is probably gonna be like 120, $200 at max. Because he's still a rookie and he's not signed on
untested,
And so there's a lot of risk to the new guys because injury or addictions could get in the way.
Yeah, I love it how you always have to bring that up with these things. It's like it's such a true point, but
they get injured or addicted to something, or sadly just lose the love of the sport. And like you gotta put in the work to still be that good.
Yeah.
And if you lose that touch, like that drive that gets you going every day, your performance is gonna go down.
You should become a coach.
I would love to be a coach.
I feel like this is the.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like the speech that you give to your nephew, or your nephew or cousin. Which one is it?
I basically nephew, cousin, second cousin. Dude, he's family. I don't really.
Your family member.
I've lost touch. Somebody else was like, I tried to explain it to him or her, and she was like, "He's your second cousin." I'm like, "He's my cousin. He's nephew." He calls me uncle, so I call him nephew. He's probably my second cousin, but he calls me uncle, so I just call him nephew.
Hey, whatever works.
I call like people. Yeah, I do the same thing with me with like uncles. They're like older second cousins, third cousins, and they're just older. So out of respect, I'm like, "Hey, what's up, uncle?" And yeah, I call my actual uncle like first uncle, my uncle. He's a year older than me. Every time I call him uncle, he smiles and smirks. We went to middle school together. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've told me about this.
My grandma had 10 kids. My dad was the oldest. So, in the Latin culture, whenever like somebody has a lot of kids, the joke around the like what when they ask them like what happened, like the parents they always go like, "We didn't have a TV." So like
and have something to do.
So it's always like, yeah, we didn't have a TV at our house. And like, what? 10 kids. Man.
Ew, ew, ew.
Yeah, my dad was the oldest, so that's why I got an uncle who's a year older than me. Yeah. And my sister is older than her uncle. I got another uncle who's like 2-3 years older. He's very tall.
Yeah, he's very tall.
Yeah.
that's
he's the tallest one out of the 10. He's like an outlier. Hey, Guatemalans are usually short, and he's the. I would hate to play basketball with them because you can't get
over him.
Yeah. But the one who was a year older than me, we'd always play soccer together. He would always beat me. But I feel like that's how I got so good at being a defender. But one time, I remember we were playing soccer at our house, and we were like, I don't know, he was probably winning 2 or 3-0, like on the street, and so like I just got furious, and like we just kept playing, and like I tried to do shot on goal, I straight up hit him right in the crotch.
The no zone.
No zone. And I was just like furious or upset that I just want to come. Like, come on, you can still play. You got this, uncle.
Like, you don't understand. No, I can't.
Minutes. He got back up, kept on playing. I was still losing. Ah, still furious. Still trying to make shots on goal. He blocked another shot, but not with another. With the wrong part of his body, he blocked it again. And
That
so
jerk
I
wouldn't let
think,
anything through.
yeah, I'm not sure. I think he kept on going with the second time again, and then the same thing happened the third time, and he's like, "No, I'm done. We're calling it."
Can't do it anymore.
Too many. He was good at blocking, so yeah. Mm. Ooh, random thing. All right, call her daddy since she said she would like record for like a long time.
Mhm.
Would you be up for extending this 5 minutes? And then I hopefully we'll see if I can edit it down 5 minutes. We'll see if that helps or not.
Wait, to talk 5 more minutes, but then edit it down 5 minutes?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You're kidding.
I'm like curious if I add 5 minutes, would there be like either dead zones or like where we're normally just like transitioning or just like thinking and
I
not
would say,
talking?
I would say, edit it down first. Like edit it down, like taking out like the gaps and everything,
Uh,
and then see how long that is, and then from there we'll know how much longer we need to talk.
Ah.
Because like with all of our, I guess like in between pauses and things like that, if it's only I don't know like 1 minute, then yeah, I mean like 5 minutes over is good. But if like you cut it down and it takes off 5 minutes, then we might want to talk for like 10 minutes afterwards,
Mhm.
so we can kind of like gauge it.
I could do that, yeah. Cause yeah, the way she described Father Cooper, Alex Cooper, I don't even know her name.
Her name's
Um,
Alex Cooper. Did you just call her Father Cooper?
that's her
Because
TikTok
call her
handle.
Daddy.
That's her TikTok handle. I follow her on TikTok. She's at Father Cooper. I don't know why. Call her daddy? I don't know. But yeah,
But
she was
what did
like
she say?
she edits it very like longer than what she records. Like her editing takes more than that. Like I'm not sure it was like 3 or 4 more times longer than like the actual recording. I'm like, damn.
Wow.
And she said she recorded it for 3 hours and then cuts it down to 45 minutes for only the exciting parts because us millennials have a short attention span and just want the action.
That's crazy. 3 hours down to 45 minutes. And like I listened to like their first couple when they like were first on Barstool, and like you can't tell that that thing's been edited like that. Like just the flow of it's so good.
She edits it very well. Oh, David Dobrik, he spends days on hours on his filming and editing and thinking, and his vlogs were like 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Very intentional.
Wait, why?
I wonder why. And somebody, a famous actor who plays in Full House, that handsome guy, I forgot his
John
name.
Stamos.
Yeah. Him.
Again, this is why you keep me around.
Uh, he like made a joke about it. He was like, I spent 3 hours with this kid filming and I only get 10 seconds in his vlog. He's like, yep, that's how I do it.
Man, that's crazy because he probably films them like all day.
Yeah. He said he films it all day and it's just 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And like back I don't know when he decided to take a break because he was doing like some actual television um filming and production. And somebody commented on it. It was like, your vlogs are 4 minutes and 20 seconds. How long could they take? It's like they have no idea. I spent the entire
Yeah. Oh, haha, just kind of cranked it out real quick. Nope.
it was kind of interesting too when there was like one part of I'm not sure if it was a blog vlog, or it was probably a vlog or like another YouTube video. Um, but people saw John Stamos, and then they saw like David Dobrik and like his co-host or like his main person, and like they got way more excited to see David Dobrik than John Stamos. And like, whoa! Of course, it was like a millennial.
Yeah.
Like the guy who was very excited was like, "My girlfriend loves you. I need to take a picture with you." Like,
And John Stamos is just kind of chilling there, like, do you know who I am? But I would definitely say David Dobrik is more popular nowadays than John Stamos is, just with like our crowd and everything.
a similar scene I remember seeing that where like it was that kind of obvious, like that kind of statement in like in real life. Will Smith with Casey Neistat, both of them out in New York Street, and the crowd, a group of kids, not 5 to 10 kids, crowd.
30.
They all go to Casey Neistat. I was like, "Can we take a picture?" And then Casey's like, "But that's Will Smith." He's like, "But we want a picture with you."
That's
Will
crazy.
He's like, "Bye, Casey." He's like, "Oh." And like you said, like the generational, what we see as like celebrities
Mhm.
changes.
Is Casey doing his blogs again? No. Because
I think every once in a while he does it. He
yeah.
stopped doing daily. Ever since he moved to California, he just like, yeah.
Yeah. I started watching his daily vlogs. Like I got really into it, and then right when I was like in it, he stopped doing them. Like he put out his video saying that he's not going to do them anymore, and I was like, I just got like addicted to watching you, like his form and everything. But he's like, it just got too repetitive. I did it to challenge myself, and like it wasn't a challenge anymore because I had my plan. I had my editing plan. So I need something different. And I'm like, I don't care if you have your dang plan. Like I need entertainment.
I love how some people in the comments were like, most people quit vlogging daily because it's too hard. Casey comes out saying it's too easy.
Yeah. And I mean, the coolest part about Casey too is like his workspace that he had in New York was just awesome, and like he had like everything that he ever like needed with his like skateboard. He had all like the parts, like different parts, and like he could just build things in his loft. He had like a cool setup. It was just interesting to watch him.
He's very good at storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can you build a story every day for, I don't know how many days he did it for.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that entertaining. Like most of the days now, I'm just sitting on my couch.
Uh-huh.
Imagine vlogging that.
Oh, wait. Do you have a question of the day real quick? I'm gonna need to go real soon.
Yeah. Question of the day. Question of the day. Um, whew. What were we talking about before I left to go get my other water?
Sports cards. What is that?
Yeah. What can we do with sports cards?
Uh,
You know what? Question of the day. What's your favorite type of ice cream? Because
okay.
I'm kind of in the mood for some ice cream.
Uh,
So this is going to be a completely random question of the day. But if you had to choose your favorite ice cream right now on the spot, what would it be?
what would yours be?
Mint chocolate chip. I
Uh,
love mint chocolate chip.
what would be per, Pralines? Prelines.
Oh,
Pralines.
yeah, we talked about it. Pralines.
Pralines. Pralines and cream. Okay. That'd be it. And
Yeah.
then do a little outro thing. 'Cause I can't
Yeah.
do the outro thing.
I was gonna say. So everybody, let us know what your answer to the question of the day is, which is what ice cream is your favorite. We will read through those and see if there's any unique ones for our next episode. And you can email them to us at talkmentuesday@gmail.com or shoot it in the comment section below at angel.corrado2 if you're on YouTube. But Angel needs to hit it and help out the fam. So we're going to make this quick and wrap up. But everybody, thank you again. Stay safe, social distance, and we look forward to talking with you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace.